Hey guys, Susan here following through with that team training video that I promised you prior to going to ViVI Live. And just to let you know, we had an absolutely fantastic time. It was 3.5, 4 days of nonstop personal development, training, skills, fun, laughs, walking across that stage and rocking the runway, all the things that I want for all of you guys as well. So bear with me, we've got a few minutes here in store. I'm going to be going over some of the key high points of that 4-day event, as well as showing you some pieces from the collection that I pulled out. To start out, just kind of some direction that the business is taking is that we're going to be celebrating our 25th year in business, which is a huge, huge thing for a direct sales company. We've gone through some changes, some ups and downs. Last year was our kind of our foundation year that we're kicking things off with ViVI, the new approach, the new style. And Steve Jobs once said that it took him 25 years to become Apple to become an overnight success. So get set, because we are going to be rocking and rolling, and you can bet that there's going to be a lot of things geared toward that 25th anniversary. Our mission, ViVI's mission, was to become the choice business for women entrepreneurs. We're a women-owned company. We are here to empower women, to make us all better people, and all women in our personal lives, in our communities, and with our families, and in business. And what will bring us there is the fact that our business is on trend. Our jewelry is on trend, but we're not a fad. And that's what's going to keep us going and sustaining us for many, many years to come. We're going to be start making our mark in the bridal market. You'll see in the collections that we have a lot of soft pastels that lead right into spring bridal season, as well as they're going to be doing some things. I think we're going to be doing some marketing in bridal magazines, bridal showcase venues. So keep open opportunities in your own neighborhood and in your local areas, seeking out bridal shows. When you hear someone's newly engaged, a friend or family member, offer to do a styling for the bride and for her bridal party. They'll appreciate it. You'll make them feel special, and that will also help your business grow. A big thing that we're going to have this year is the $10 a sales slip. All you need to do to grow your business substantially is to take each sales slip that you have and up that by $10. And that's simply done by suggesting to someone, hey, did you take a look at the earrings that go with that necklace? Or how about this bracelet that goes with this? That also is a great way to up those sales. We all have some inventory from the fall catalog still with us. Maybe you can match things up that way. Maybe you're having kind of a last chance sale on some of those. All of those are great tips for you to increase that by $10. And if you did something simple like 8 shows a month, 2 shows a week, 8 shows a month, and each show was $200 is kind of a minimum there, that would be a $1,600 month for you. If you upped each of those sales slips just by the $10, you would then be looking at $1,920 total sales for the month. Of course, I'm assuming that everyone's at 50%, so you would divide that in half because you had your inventory that you were paying for, and that would be that's a $320 increase by just adding that $10 a sales slip. You divide that in half, that's $160 extra a month that was easily done just by increasing each of those sales slips. So keep it in mind. We're going to be giving throughout the next couple weeks on training calls and things a lot of information on how to do that, but it's really very simple. When you break it down and go backwards with it, you can earn that $10 extra very, very quickly and easily. There was a lot of personal development, which is a favorite part of mine of any of these seminars that we have and conferences. And a big theme for me that came out of it was to just decide. Just decide simply, do you want to do this as a business? Do you want to just do a few shows a month, a few shows a year? Or are you doing this just for that great stylist discount that we receive? Or how about you want to earn a free vacation? All of these are great reasons to do the ViVI business, but for you, you just have to decide to what extent you want to do it. Fill me in, let me know, and I can help you achieve those goals, however it is that you want to do it. They're all fine answers. As they used to say in school, none of it's a wrong answer, but you just have to let me know which way you want to do it. So you must decide. Another thing that they talked a lot about was discipline. I looked up discipline in the dictionary, and I'm telling you, this came straight out of St. Mary of the Lake Catholic Grade School, where I attended, and I got myself all goofed up from. It says to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct the discipline. yikes. If that didn't come out of the nuns beating me with the ruler, I don't know what did. Luckily, we got some better information on what discipline is and an easier way to look at it. Discipline is self-love, which is another thing the Catholic school would never tell you to do, is to love yourself. But that was back in the day when I went to school. Whether it's in your personal choices or in your business, you have to love yourself first and do the things that are right for yourself. It's a discipline or a self-love to not eat the entire bag of potato chips when you're trying to lose those 10 pounds. It's a discipline or a self-love when you know that you want your business to grow because you're doing this extra money for your family or for your favorite foundation or charitable group. So that's, if you turn those words around and take that punishment side out of it, I think it's going to be easier to understand what that discipline is all about, both in our personal and our professional lives, and it's going to make your business grow, and the dreams that you have will quickly manifest themselves into reality. Debbie Millar, our president and CEO, always recommends a book to us, and each and every time she has, I've read the book and I've enjoyed them and taken a great deal from them. This recommendation for this year is a book called Scaling Up, S-C-A-L-I-N-G, Scaling Up, by Vern Harnish. I still have to get the book. I don't know a lot about it, but if past experience has proven itself to be working in the future, if Debbie's recommending it, I think that we all need to take a look at it and read it. You want to be a fashion expert. Again, I came into this jewelry business not knowing anything, but have learned very quickly just from likes, dislikes, and learning things about the industry and watching people and how they style themselves. And what we learned was that the Pantone color of the year for 2016 is rose quartz, which is our blush color from our color palette. And it's complemented by Serenity, which is just a dusty blue. And when I looked up online what the Pantone colors mean, and it says that they offer a sense of wellness, their soothing sense of peace and comfort. Well, how beautiful is that? Don't we all need a soothing sense of peace and comfort in the world today? So I'm not going to walk around and recite Pantone colors and Serenity and rose quartz to people, but as someone's looking at those colors, you can say, oh, you know, that is the 2016 color of the year, and this is what it means. Suddenly now you have become an expert by knowing that. So just little things like that will set you apart from someone else. We learned a few things about social media. Of course, everyone is on social media, including my 93-year-old mother-in-law is a Facebook person, and she does her best to keep up with all the grandchildren and great-grandchildren around the country. But you need to, when you're having a business that's done online and people are seeing and watching you, you need to be careful of a couple of things. You need to remember that all of our posts, they're going to last forever. Like it or not, what we put out there is going to last forever. So don't react to things. Think about it for a few minutes. You want to be positive. Always deliver positive news, whether it's positive news about your business, upcoming sales, or if it's positive news about your family, or positive news about a restaurant that you went to, something like that. Be positive. I try very hard. There's many times I want to put negative things up there, but I keep it always positive. If you look at my personal Facebook posts, you'll see that. And oftentimes they'll see people and they'll say to me, your posts are always so positive. If I'm having a bad day, I look at your Facebook posts. It's quite a compliment, quite an honor that I take there. So always try to keep yourself positive. Obviously, if you're being positive, you're avoiding the negative, which is extremely important. You also want to avoid any political posts, especially this time of year. Boy, what an interesting time that we're in, and how often do I want to throw a political opinion up on Facebook? But I bite my tongue and I hold my fingers back and I don't do it. The reason is because people are watching you. We've got a whole vast network out there. And if you start posting everything about your political persuasion or negative against the other political persuasion, you're going to be blocking out half of the people that you're drawn to. So as hard as it is not to post what you're feeling politically, try very hard to stop it, because you're going to be doing yourself and your business a disjustice by doing that. You never want to say in a Facebook post that something is free or we've got a free gift or anything along those lines. Free makes us sound a little bit less professional than we are, and a little bit less just how credible we are. Protect our brand, protect who we are, and don't use the word free. The other reason that we learned is that Facebook's watching. And when you say things like free, those are key words for them to maybe start to watch and monitor you And the last thing you want to do is be shut down because you use the word free too much. So don't use the word free. Emails. Didn't talk too much about emails, but what we did talk about was that your subject line is the most important part. You could have the best content ever in that body of the email, but unless someone opens that email, it doesn't matter. You've got to catch them with that subject line, and then they'll open it. Think about how many emails you get in a day. Think about how many emails I get in a day. If that email, I'll scroll through the ones that don't attract me with that subject line. Now, new for 2016, okay, we're getting to all the fun, really good stuff. New for 2016, we have 2 enrollment packages. One is a $179 plan, and the other is a $59 plan. They do have differences, advantages to both of those plans, and I was going to hold up all the flyers and go through them with you, but no, I'm going to direct you back to your back office. I'm going to make you guys leaders, all of you, which you already are. I'm going to make you better leaders, and you can look on the monthly incentives to find these things. You can have, there's flyers in your back office on all of them, and it will describe the details of each of those packages. If you don't know where to find those, click on the main menu or the big border that goes across there, and you'll be amazed what things that you can find out. Chic Start. Will continue. We've revamped the page on that, so it's a little bit easier to follow and go through. That is key. When you're bringing on new people, always start with that Chic Start program, because that's going to help them grow, and they're going to get excited and stay excited, and that's going to help your business grow. Important to remember, with Chic Start, you can earn bonus points, reward points. Those points are there and meant for you to use them, or your new stylist to use them. They will expire after a certain amount of time. Check the program sheet to find out how much that time period is. These are not to be confused with your reward points if you had a piece of jewelry that needed to be replaced. The reward points do go on, but the Chic Start bonus points do expire. So be mindful of those. You don't want to have anyone lose any jewelry that they could possibly be getting for their inventory. Now, the 2016 collection and the new catalog. It's great. Enjoy the catalog. We looked through it that day. We looked through it that night at dinner. I looked through it on the plane. I've gone through it about 15 times here at home. Every time I see something in it, there's something new and different that I like about it. And I think you're going to get excited about it. The big thing that you're going to see is that there are some pieces that we brought forward from the 2015 fall-winter catalog. And that's a good thing. The reason is, again, it keeps with who we are. We are on trend, but we're not faddish. So there are going to be key pieces that were great sellers that will move very nicely and transition into the spring catalog and complement the pieces that are in the spring catalog. So when you see those, that's a good thing. I know I still have some of those on my trays, so I don't have to worry about them being from the prior catalog. They've just transitioned into the new catalog. So it's good and it's exciting that we have those transitional pieces. It helps us tell our story about who we are. We are on trend, but we're not a fad. So use that to your advantage when you're talking about that. Also, what a sales tip for you guys is go back through your old sales slips from last year. Take a look, get familiar with the pieces that were brought forward, and look to see who your customers were or your hostesses were that purchased some of those pieces. Give them a call. Hold an exclusive social for them, letting them know that the pieces that they have, that pair of earrings, that necklace, that whatever, is one of our transitional pieces, and we have a whole new assortment of jewelry that will go with it. So if you hold that special exclusive social for them, they'll be very excited. You'll make them feel special, and you'll be able to work through and see how those pieces all flow together and work to the new catalog. Now, I know you've been waiting for this. I'm going to try to do this, so bear with me maneuvering. I've got different pieces from each of the collections laid out, so we got to make this happen, and we got to work together on this. The catalog is divided into 3 sections, and the first is called our Candy Crush. Now, Candy Crush will satisfy your sweet tooth and indulge you in soft sorbet shades of the season. You guys, I don't make this stuff up, truly. Sean Forbes, who is our Vice President of Creative, who puts this whole catalog together, this is all listed in the front of the catalog, so you'll see where I'm getting my verbiage from. You guys always say that I have the best sayings and things. I'm not. I just read, and I remember things, and I copy them. That's all I do. And to go with those, we have see if I can do this. These pastel rings, it's a trio of pastel rings. And when you put those on, they just look lovely. We also have our All That Glitter ring. And if you remember the blown away earrings from the last catalog, they have that same look to them. So now you've got a ring to match the people that went for that blown away earrings look. I'm going to grab my neck stand here and see if I can do this. A big thing is layering. How about our subtle sophisticate necklace? And then you can layer that up with our aquamarine necklace with our subtle sophisticate. Isn't that a pretty look? Then to go along with that, we have our Simply Stylish bracelet. We'll put this here. See if I can. And our aquamarine bracelet. Isn't that a lovely look for spring? Pair that up with our misty blue earrings and our rare gem ring, which is kind of an open loop there, and there's the stone. And the reason why I picked the pieces that I'm showing you in the collection is because in the different forums around the calls, people were asking about these different pieces. What does this ring look like? What does that necklace look like? So that's why I picked these pieces from the collection, as well as some of my favorites too. So that's what we have in the Candy Crush section. So now I'll get ready for our fantastic voyage. I hope you're ready for that. And our fantastic voyage, to tell you a little bit about that, that's going to have some exotic stones mixed with Far East flair and have some of those hammered metal looks. And again, this description is found in the catalog. So we're going to start this one off with our Golden Goddess cuff, which you have to agree is beautiful. And if you guys didn't see my one post, take a look at the new tags that we have. It's kind of hard to tell here, but the tags now have the names of the pieces on them, and they also have a barcode. Not sure what that's going to mean for us in the future, but I know what barcodes mean in scanning, so it's got to be something along those lines. We have the Pretty Knotted bracelet, which I think is going to be a huge seller. This is kind of like that one that we had from the prior catalog. I think it was called Simple Serenity, but this is a solid piece that's on here, and it has that rope look, which is very pretty. We have, our Wrap It Up bangles. Remember the silver bracelets that were such a hit and we ran out of them? They're back. They're back not only in the silver, but they're back in the gold tone. These are going to be a big hit. We have our Hidden Treasure necklace. Now take a look at this necklace. I love this because it's got some red tones and black there, but if you flip it around, you'd obviously flip the whole necklace around, it has this lovely pattern on it. This kind of reminds me, I used to be a big Brighton girl. I used to buy a lot of my jewelry from Brighton. They would always have things that flipped around. So this is now 2 necklaces in 1, which is a good thing. Love that. Then we move into our Curacao ring. We have this in this beautiful seafoam kind of green tone, and it's also in a tiger eye in the catalog as well. But you know that I'm going to be wearing this on my way to Curacao. And then we have our Hidden Treasure necklace. Now this is something very special. I'll put it on here so you can maybe see it a little bit better. Maybe not. Okay. So it's got the same green as the Curacao ring. It's wrapped in the filigreed gold, and the stone can be seen on both sides. Look at the size of that thing. I feel like a QVC lady now. This thing has got to be at least 1 inch in diameter, as well as the fact that the chain on one side is the gold chain, and on this side here, it has a beaded finish to it. So that's why it's called Hidden Treasure. There's all kinds of things going on in there. We have the Mesmerizing Mermaid necklace, which is shown on the front of the catalog, which is so much fun because it has kind of those tones to it that make it look kind of like fish scales, but obviously nicer because nobody wants to wear fish scales on their neck. But it's very, very pretty, great for spring. And the Tropic Thunder necklace, I'll tell you guys, when I first saw this, I didn't care for it. This is one of the pieces that I have to get out of my comfort zone with. But the more I see it, the more I like it. It's, again, thick and stones. It's kind of like crystal-y, and it's got the different colors that pick up different lights. When the hues hit it, the light hits it, it changes hues. Much like we were talking about what to post on Facebook in the political season, it's the same thing with our jewelry. You gotta wear things that are out of your comfort zone. If you only wear pearls, you're only going to attract people that wear pearls. When you wear things like this, you're going to be attracting a whole different group of people. And what I've come to find is that I really like this necklace. I mean, if I could have put it on with this green top that I have, it would have been beautiful. So those are some of the things that are in the Fantastic Voyage collection. And now I got to reach way over here and get the items that are in our, that's the whole thing. Like I said, I'm new at this. Our Spring Awakening. Now, Spring Awakening starts fresh with a chic polished palette. Brighten your style with airy hues. I love it. Striking Tones necklace. Here's one that everyone was talking about. It is a long necklace, but what's nice about it is it's got the silver and the gold tones, and this is kind of a filigreed in here. It's very open and light and airy. So I like that one. Here I Am bracelet. Here I Am bracelet. Oh, Here I Am bracelet, which is what I'm wearing. These two are going to be essentials for your inventory. They come in all silver, which is this one here, and they open with a strong magnet, or it comes in with a gold tone, which very much has a a David Yurman look to it. And it also matches this ring that I'm wearing very nicely as well. These you can stack together. You can, mix and match with your other bracelets, which I've done here, and it gives it a really nice look. Then we have the Lost and Found necklace, which is what I'm wearing, my new fave. Wore this home on the plane from ViVI Live and must have gotten 5 different compliments from flight attendants, baggage claim people. Everyone just loved this necklace. The Vintage Chic. Now this is out of Susan's comfort zone. It is a long necklace, which you guys know I'm not a big long necklace person. But when I put this on, I have to stand up a little bit for you. You can see how nice it looks with the top that I have on. It's just a beautiful necklace. The stones, obviously my video isn't doing justice to these stones, but it is a beautiful necklace. And then we're going to move into the double diamond bracelet. A lot of people want to know what this looked like, how it worked. 2 large stones. It's one of these spring bracelets, so it fits on any wrist. We have the golden bracelet here. This is kind of a rose tone. It's a bangle, but it's an open filigree. It's very, very pretty, very, very delicate. You can see that on a bride. Absolutely, I can. That's called Braided Brilliance. That's what that one's called, the Braided Brilliance. And then there's the Perfect Storm necklace. This one here is kind of fun. The catalog, it's hard to see it and have it do justice in it. It's very lightweight, and it's a lot of movement to it, and it's a very, very pretty necklace. And the way it would lay on your skin tones, or on a turtleneck, or over a open collared white blouse, anything like that, that would look great. And that's what I have in the Spring Awakening collection. Now I think the other things that are really important to have in your collection are obviously the booking bracelet for your hostesses and the hostess set. The booking bracelet is beautiful. It's got all these different color beads in it. Kind of reminds me of maybe making of a Pandora bracelet. But obviously ours are stretch bracelet, nicer quality, lower price, and who wouldn't want this just for booking a social? Booking bracelet. And then the hostess set goes into the lovely mint tones. Here's the necklace. You guys take a look at. And it has, it's the mint, and then it also has gold beads that run through it, and kind of that hammered look. And we have pretty seafoam mint earrings to go with it, as well as our beautiful bracelet in the gold hues. And that is the hostess special. So definitely take a look at that. And I think you'll all enjoy our collections because they're gorgeous this year. I'm so glad that I have them here to show you. If there's something else that you wanted to see, let me know, and I can shoot a quick video on another necklace or bracelet or something like that. Exciting things, obviously, is the ViVI vacation. First of all, thanks to all of you guys for all of your efforts. It's been a heck of a year, and I did earn the 2 trips to Curacao, and I'm very much looking forward to that. John is also looking forward to that trip, and we're doing that, as well as the 2017 trip was announced, which is to a beautiful resort in Costa Rica. I have to look it up, but it was rated like top 5 in Travel and Leisure magazine. It's only a resort that's 2 years old. We went out, Ron and Debbie, who picked the trip, went out and above and beyond to try to make sure that this trip happened. So take a look at the video about it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And for those of you guys who really want it, contact me. There are sheets in the back office, tracking sheets. There are more than 10 different ways that you guys can earn vacate points. It's not hard. It just takes the awareness of how to do it and working your business accordingly, and you will get there. I'm thinking of next year leaving John home and just making it a girlfriend trip. So I'm hoping that all of you guys will be on that trip with me. Like I said, there's 10 different ways to do it. Something as simple as keep track of your own personal volume for the month. For every 250 you have in personal volume, you get another 250 points. So if you're at 249 at the end of that month, you're going to lose 250 points because you're not at 250. If you're serious about going on that trip, call me. We will get a plan. I will show you where it is in the back office, and we will be on the beaches of Costa Rica together. So to kind of wrap up a few things, I know this has been, over the 20-minute mark, which I had promised myself, but I think it's important to go over these different things and make you aware of them. 2016 is going to be the year that we can take our business and really make something happen with it that's substantial and which is important to all of us for all the reasons individually that we're doing this business. We want to make sure that we work to have every sales slip increased in value by $10 because that $10 over time is going to compound. And it is going to be paying for things for you, for your family, for your organizations that you're affiliated with, for whatever it is your why is. $10 a sales slip is going to get you there. You want to have, plan those socials. They can be personal socials, hosted socials, online, one-on-one socials. However you do it, again, reach out to me. I can help you make those happen. Even when I'm here in Arizona and you guys still might be in Illinois or Wisconsin, Florida, or Salt Lake City, I have team members everywhere. I can still work with you a great deal, even from the long distance. You want to make sure that you, if anything to build your business, is to be on the team training calls, get into the different schools that we have online, stay in touch with me, and also you want to plan to go to ViVI Live next year. It is an incredible experience. I can recap and you can watch videos of each and every segment of the program, but that's not going to give you what else we learn and take away from it. When you get together for dinners with the different stylists, when you meet people in the elevator and that you're talking, when you're having that glass of wine at the end of the night, that's when so much of this information that we take from the floor and put it into real terms, and how I used it at a social or how she used it as a one-on-one appointment. But all those different tips, they're not recorded. Those are the things that just happen over the course of that conference, and those are the things that make that experience an incredible, incredible experience. So that's all for now. I hope you guys all enjoy the Bloom 2016 catalog. May your business bloom. May you bloom as a person. Call me. Stay in touch. If you're out in Arizona, come and visit. And I look forward to helping all of you guys bloom in 2016 with ViVI. Thanks much, and you guys take care. Have a great day.